Let's just double check all the audio is working, and then we should be good to get this race going. I think it is. That's what we want to see. Right, welcome back to another stream. This time it's for a different championship. This is for Flashback Group E Stage 2. So this is a slightly different championship to what we normally do, but it should be as exciting. So I think we've got 3 leagues facing each other this race around Silverstone. So we've got normal qualifying, a normal 50% race. So kind of what we're used to, but yeah, just a few different drivers this time and a bit more competitive. So we've got 3 leagues, top drivers all coming to fight each other. So yeah, it should be quite exciting. The difference, I think everyone scores points at the end of all this. And I also believe no hard tyres for the race. So that is pretty exciting, to be honest. I'm looking forward to it. So there's a few certain things that happen, but I think for now we're gonna roll with it and see what happens. So the orange and black badges that you can see on the top left, they are for a league called FER. The white and purple are TPSS, and the black and white are IFRS. Right, let's get this. Oh, good, and we should be ready. On track now, perfect. And should be ready to go. So right, we've got cars out on track for the first time this weekend. Let's see what happens around Silverstone. Again, for any new people, this is, again, I don't know too much about the league, so you may not have the inside knowledge, but again, I'll try and do my best and do what we normally do, and we'll go from there. But this will be interesting to see who actually is going to be coming out top, because I don't really know who's the fastest. So, but again, please give a like and subscribe to get all the other race streams. So it's looking like Macbeth is going to be the first one across the line. Again, these guys just be warming up their tyres. Again, back straight. You don't want to get too much wear on your tyres. Right, here we start the first qualifying lap. Let's see how it goes. Again, not too bad, pushing it quite hard. What we want to see, getting those curbs. Again, you want to go right and the left for good rotation, through the right. Again, you want good rotation through this corner, hug it quite well, and then just kind of go with the outside curve once you hit this point. Just do that because you want to go on the far right when you then sweep in to the left, going into this kind of like these curved corners. They're getting it a bit wide, but again, he's corrected himself, so he should have quite a nice run in through to Copse corner, through the the pit straight. Alright, hugs the corner, a pretty good round. Again, he's got a pretty good lap, sorry, he's got decent ERS ready for that back straight. Pushing quite hard, and Michael to Beckett's just enough to kind of slingshot round and not kind of get any tyres on the gravel. Purple second sector, but again he's the first driver to do that, so See how the right corner across the line, yellow flag, but that shouldn't matter. 126.697, not too bad. Let's see what his teammate can do. Good 7/10 quicker. That's not what he's going to want to see at all. Maybe you can see Gaff. I'll put that on that. It's probably better. Let's see who else is coming across the line. Fishing all the way. Wow, these guys. Great lap by Alex UK. Let's see who's next across the line. I think there's a few. Going into the pits for this guy, sorry. Let's see where everyone is. There we go. I think CPT Captain Shape is next one across the line. Yeah, I don't blame you, Ali. So this is just more of a, I think it's like 3 to 4 racing leagues fighting against each other to get as many points in the bag as they can. Hug on the right. Can he get as much rotation round? Yes, he does. Just gets that corner front of the curb there. Not too bad, second off, but he's kind of in the pack with third, fourth, and fifth, which is what you want to see. Let's see how time goes through. Michael Beckett's getting on those corners quite well. Good enough rotation, especially going into the Wellington Straight, I think. If not, no, it might be Hanger. Oh, he's got to move out the way. That is really bad, impeding by that car right there. Let's see who he is. Let's name and shame him. This guy, Ben Arnold. What are you doing, man? I think you've just held up your teammate as well, so not great. But gets third, and I think he'll be quite happy with enough with that. Come across the line, not a great lap by Akasine. So yeah, it's looking like the other one league quite clear of the other at the moment. It's looking like TPSS are kind of leading the way in this qualifying session. I think we got who's further on, yeah. Massacrator should be the next one to start the lap, so again, should have good tyre temps, ready for it. Hopefully he hasn't used too much of his tyres going through that warm-up lap. So he starts his lap, let's see what happens. And these are all pretty decent laps, to be fair to them. They're not slow laps, they're just some really quick laps. I'll get in the left, get that nice rotation through the corner. So then you can then do the same, so you can go straight onto the Wellington Straight, get that bit of curb as you go around, then go left, and then full right. Use as much of the curbs as you can, because it's quite flat curbs, so you don't really get penalised too much for using them, and you kind of want to use them as much as you can. Yellow flag set to 3, I think that's just someone going slow. Just manage to hang it through, gets on the curb, not too far overextending, which is kind of what you want. Going into cops, really good. Just gets a tiny bit of grass on that far right, but on that front right tyre, but quick, and that's what you want to see. Oh, I had to kind of get off. He kind of took a bit too much speed into there, so it's really going to kind of negate him going onto the hanger straight. So yeah, 125.5 to beat. I don't know about this lap, but he should get a decent time in. Yeah, 6th, not too bad again with that group of, with kind of his league, so that's maybe not as surprising. Moves out the way, that's what you want to see. Only 9.5 minutes left of the sector, but purple first sector for Skyworker. Again, I think Silverstone's so nice is that a lot of the corners that you can attack, they're quite wide corners, but also the curbs are quite flat. You don't really have that many sausage curbs going with it, which is kind of what you want to see from a nice, good racing track, and that's why Silverstone's pretty much the best track in the world for this, for like Formula 1 racing, in my opinion. Oh, and he's taken too much speed, and he has ruined that lap, and I think he's probably broken his front wing if damage is on. Again, I think damage might be off, to be honest, because I would have expected probably all wheels to come off, to be honest. But yeah, not good at all for Skyworker. Full right lock, just managed to get it around without kind of going too far off the track. Again, you kind of want to mount these curbs on the right when you do it. I always think kind of hug it as much as you can. Power Twan, great lap, gets into second place and kind of splits up. Yeah, you might smoke him, but I doubt it. I think it'd be interesting to see how the race goes, because I think racecraft is kind of the more important part. I always think when you're racing, you can always get a pretty good position if you don't get any crashes, any front wing damage, and you kind of know how to read these corners. So I think you can be quick, but there's the kind of fourth onwards. After fourth, you've kind of got a separate pack who will separate by about 3 tenths per second. So that'd be quite interesting to see what happens there. What can Inferno Trap done? He's kind of left it a bit later. Unless these guys have a limited soft tyre supply, I would be surprised that none of them come out again. If we've only got 2 laps, then I don't really mind this, but nice little slipstream, gets out of the way. Bit of team action there. Foot on the left, then right, hang it around as much as you can. Again, you see sort of ZRS for that lap. Not bad. Again, kind of split up TPSS. So yeah, everyone's kind of just chilling, I think, which is surprising. But again, if you've only got if you've got 80 minutes to do 2 laps, you've got enough time to leave it quite late and see what happens. What can Tyrone do? Yeah, but all right time. No, 26.09, must have done track limits, because that would have put him up to 4th or 5th. So up to 16th you get a point, but only 12 drivers are showed, so we get 33 points for first, 29, 25, 22, 20, all the way down in intervals of 2 down to 15th, and then point for last. Goosing as well, very nice. Sorry, I just got a ping in the chat and I want to make sure I know as much as I can. And again, all these guys are kind of pitting now. Yeah, he must have run out of fuel, I think. He's done too many laps. Oh, he's just having fun. Either way, let's see what Skyworker does. I'm not surprised Tyrone's pitted. Let's see what his middle sector looks like. Purple middle sector, so he's on for a decent lap here. But again, there's that kind of big gap from 6th downwards, so that'll be interesting to see. And you'll have to kind of push to get around, because he's kind of left it too late, because Dan Arnold's already come up for a second lap. Not too bad at all. top driver for his league at the moment. Almost about 6/10 between them, but it's a very tightly packed grid. Considering there's got 11 drivers, 1.4 seconds. That's not too bad. But yeah, we'll follow Ben Arnold, see more of his tyres, and see what happens. Yeah, we've got a few more drivers coming out the pits now. We've only got 3.5 minutes, so I think look at no Skywalker's still out there. Yeah, he's really pushing to get around, get in, and do his second push lap. I think, yeah, everyone's coming out now. That's what we're going to see. Kind of final push for pole position. Can Alex keep it? He's got a decent buffer, but it's not massive. Let's see what he does. Again, very aggressive on these turn-ins, what you want to see. Luckily, didn't really get impeded by the car coming out the pits. Again, aggressive on those corners. Really aggressive turn-in. Doesn't want to take too much out of his tyres so this early. And get far right and just kind of boost your way down the Wellington straight. Ooh, bit of a not great, a bit of a slide to go into that first turn on the left. But he's kept it down, powered down now, try and head it all the way into Cops. You want to be definitely into 8th gear going into Cops. Take as much speed as you can in this kind of straight. Manage to stay in 8th gear. That's how I know that he's been going quick. Just going down to 7th, going to very close on the corners. Bit of a smudge wide through Beckett's. But again, Purple middle sector, get as much drag as you can. Shed off, but he's now used pretty much all of his ERS. And he's got low fuel, so let's see how much he can push through. And he ditches his lap. Must have been down this time. Look quick though. Purple middle sector. And that's pretty much, I think these guys will be out. Again, 10th up, Inferno Trap is. Let's follow him, see what happens. Bernardo's retired, yeah, he's not going to make it out. Pushing for it. Heavy braking, again, take as much in these corners as you can. 4:25. Yeah, about a 10th improvement. Bit of a shame, to be honest. Let's follow Macbeth, see what happens. Again, he's probably got the most to lose doing these second laps. Again, you know, much speed going through here. Didn't fully get into 8th gear going through Cop's corner, but into Magnus and Beckett's. Again, still quite aggressive. Don't want to spin though. He slid out. That will compromise his exit. Onto the hanger straight. Again, he's up in his time. But it's just... Oh, another slide. Again, sliding out into these corners. These high-speed corners. It's really not suiting well for this driver. Checker flag's out though, so... Can he improve? Improves by 3/10, gets ahead of Inferno Trap. So yeah, that's a really big jump in performance. Kept in shape's also going up 3/10. He's up, so I don't think he's going to improve. Yeah, he's done, finito. As much kind of drag shed following this drive as you can. A lot of drivers crossing that checkered flag, but the fight for pole is still on. Can he get it round 25? Oh, almost half a second improvement, jumps up to 7th. Great lap. Pitted. Oh, this could be pole position for Powertwan. What a lap, 4/10 improvement. What a pole lap. Absolutely fantastic. Showing couldn't fully see where they are because all the colours kind of merged into one, but our pole sitter for the main race. Hope he can score some crucial points for his team in the championship. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. Right, I think we're just going to get ready for the race, so I will be quiet until we're good. So should be getting underway any second now. So yeah, past is the time we start. So no hards for this race. So we should see quite a few more pit stops, hopefully a few more overtakes, and if we catch any of them out, he gets point deducted. Here we go. Formation lap. Let's see what everyone's on. All on softs apart from last place, so that should be good for 50%. Yes. Nah, let's be fair. No one's getting any telemetry. So any of you watching, unlucky mate, you're not going to get someone's ERS value. Or any race engineers watching the stream. And the sound just doesn't feel, in these kind of newer F1 cars, it just doesn't feel as it used to, you know what I mean? I don't know. Same with the ones in... Same with the cars this year, it just doesn't feel right, I don't know. But, even if the cars might be rubbish, at least there's less dirty air in this game than there was in real life in that season. Again, it's normally quite a bit of a short run up. Actually, no. Let's treat the race engineers to a bit of data about the cars ahead. And again, it's going to be a bit of a rush. I don't know if people package back up the pack. It seems kind of stupid because tyre temps stay the same when you're on the grid. There is literally no point. Can he get on perfectly? Ooh, just. And let's see how last place is coming. Much heavy braking you can get to get as much temperature, and someone's gone over. Five red lights, and away we go. And he keeps us for the lead. Oh, it's close. Really close. A lot of position changes in the back of the pack, but all filing out. No one's been spun around. No major damage, which is kind of what you want to see. Oh, bit of contact between third and fourth, I believe. But all come out pretty clean going into the Wellington Straight. Kind of a fight between Term and Masquerator. I think they're all kind of sorting each other out now. Riding on board. I think it's like Captain Shapers. Oh, what is going on with Ackerson? Just dropped 2 positions. He should be getting his teammate back though. How much are these guys pushing on the ERS? That is the main thing though. Guess it all depends on where your teammate is. These three are scuffling with each other. Captain Shape will not be happy. But again, it's all been quite clean to be fair, which is nice for a change. Nice to see everyone kind of getting along, and no major damage, no pits in the first lap, no races ruined. So that's always good to hear. Let's see. So yeah, it'll be soft, medium, mediums, or soft, medium. Let's see how Power-Twan's doing. Again, he's used a bit more of his ERS, but that's always going to happen. Again, they're all staying pretty close to each other. Again, DRS is now enabled, so they're all able to kind of stick and not really move too far apart from each other. Again, they all have their DRS is open, so it is kind of that long straight. Apart from 10th place has kind of drifted a bit. It's now all about managing. You don't want to go too far too early. So yeah, all the kind of fastest laps are all getting traded down, but there's not going to be much in it. Yeah, they're all pretty close. If you're 9th is 4.5 seconds behind the lead, so it's not looking too bad for any of them at the moment. Macbeth is starting to kind of slip away from the rest. But again, they're all kind of close to each other, so... Oh, is he going to have a sniff? Yeah, I don't think he's got enough, and a bit ERS boost to get away. But he hasn't... Again, it's not going to be efficient when you're doing it when you're already near top speed, is it? There you go, that's a better angle. DRS open, ERS on. Is he going to get the move? He's not going to try it. I don't know, I think after a few laps the chess games are really going to carry on, and you want to whittle the guy in front of you, just get the ERS low and then just grab him while you can. These guys are really close, to be fair. Ooh, he's got Tyrone right on the back of him. Tyrone having a little look. Doesn't go for it. Again, they're running a massive DRS train, so there's no point sitting. If you go the extra pace, you might as well just keep your ERS on and go along with all of them. Ooh! Almost into the back of him. Six stays ahead, but again they're losing at 6 seconds. They're 6 seconds off. 9th now, which is not a deal at all. It'd be interesting to see what the strategy is, though. How long do these softs last? I don't see them lasting more than 8 laps, maybe. Again, they're all pushing quite hard as well. So I don't know how the pit stops work with this, because if they're on the depending on the teams, I guess you've got to kind of pit strategically. And that's going to be the problem with Alex and Ben. Or maybe they could split strategy, I don't know. I think that's probably the way you try and get power to one at the moment. Alex starting to fall a bit behind. Used a bit too much of his ERS. Again, Power Twan is just sitting quite comfortably at the lead. Not really being challenged. Seems to have the pace to kind of fend these guys off and kind of keep his ERS battery at a level that he'd want it. So you just don't want to have a 1 second gap like is happening with Massacrator. Soon as that kind of 1 second gap appears during a DRS zone, that's when it all starts to fall apart. No DRS. So really, 6th place is really going to start to fall behind, and they all go into the pits. Only 4 or 5 laps. 5 laps on the softs. Wow. So I got in the top 5, top 6 of all going into the pits. I have no idea how many got into the pits. No, only 4. So you're serving behind. I think there might only be 3 or 4 garages then. All onto mediums, get off the softs. Sky can now push as much as he can. He wants to. Again, do you want to undercut? Do you want to overcut? I don't know. But I do think it's important to kind of pull the gun early and pit early and preserve your track position. But I would pit now, and you know Ben Arnold he's got a 2-second gap behind him. You might be able to just get ahead if you're lucky. I wouldn't want to be in the lead too much. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the optimum position at the moment. Again, Power Twan's really gaining hands over fists in time with ticks, so doesn't pit, but time does, and I can't see where time comes out. Because, again, if you think back, Power Twan is 9th, but I think he could try and get ahead of Ben Arnold. A lot of these guys are pitting now. Pretty much everyone's pitted apart from Skywalker and Venetrap and Macbeth, so does he get out ahead? I don't know, I think there's like a bunch of garages for all these guys. Where does he come out? Power Twan's come out. Ben Arnold gums through just. Oh no, I think he's managed to. Yeah, wow. Really big undercut then. Power Twan still remains ahead, but actually is really trying to put on the pressure. But again, they've got three of them are now on the grid, all close to each other on the grid, so they really need to mount as much pressure and do as much damage to Power Twan's tyres as they can, give him no kind of respite, while those guys look after their tyres and then kind of split strategies in a way, maybe go longer, one go shorter, see what happens. Skywalker pits now, be interested who he comes out, but I think the undercut's quite powerful. It's only what, 6 seconds? There's what, 2 seconds a lap between 4th and 5th time wise. Yeah, fastest lap's starting to come in now. Fastest lap by Alex. Again, just trying to apply as much pressure as he can. Skywalker's just come out. Nice little cut, to be fair. Got 2 seconds behind the worst. What are Power Twan's teammates right there? So it seems to be pretty much carrying their league at the moment, carrying FER at the moment, so fair play to them. Again, they're both on similar ERS levels, and I think they're all just kind of chilling with each other. Again, there's no point in attacking when these guys are teammates. It'd be interesting. Obviously, Tix is going to want to hold them up as much as he can, but when he pits, will be an indication of the tyre life that everyone else has. So we're going to be pushing hard. Just constantly pushing, I think. Otherwise the gap's going to become so big, because they're all going to have DRS, that you can't really keep your tyres for quite a nice duration and then just think about losing that DRS. It's just that the difference is going to be quite big, to be honest. And I think Peloton's got Alex kind of covered off for now, but we've got we're about a third of the way through the race so far. These guys just swap positions. But I do want to see what happens with this, because I think he'll get DRS. I think he'll catch her at the perfect time. Get as much speed as you can. And then you should just be able to... Oh, he's fighting him, but... I think Tech is actually going to help out Alex UK quite a bit. Sorry, going to hinder Alex UK quite a bit. If he fights this, contact. Oh, there's contact again. They are free to fight. Same with these guys. Tem just manages to keep his position. But he has got a whole sweep of cars going around. Oh my god! Skyworker's going around the inside. And he's managed to cover him off for now. However, do you want to not be? Do you want to be without DRS going into the straight? I don't know if you do, because they're all going to pile on the ERS, and none of them make the lunge. But Tem has lost the Master Creator as well. So both of the same team have just managed to. Both of IFRS have just managed to get position on TPSS. But yeah, look at the gap at the front now, 1.3 seconds between Powertrain and Alex UK. That is what Tix is battling, that's the gap he's created, and that should really help Powertrain just kind of push away and lose that DRS. Tix has been overtaken, not really surprised. I think this fight's going to carry on for a while though. I think Tem's definitely want to get those positions back. And 9 laps the mediums are, so what? 9, 18, and then what, 5? So yeah, it should last. So yeah, soft, medium. So you should have another pit stop. That's what's quite nice about not having the hard just this round. Yes, you will get another load of pit stops. And pitting earlier does help, so... How much do you want to risk it? That is the question. I think Tem's going to be the one who's actually going to make a move now. Just because all these guys are with teammates, so they're not going to kind of risk anything going into some of these corners. And Tem is right behind. I think the DRS though is just keeping them all at bay from each other, and no real overtakes are going to happen unless Macbeth's got him, which he does. Or she. Gets the move done on Captain Shape for now, and can start catching up with the rest of FER. But no, Powertrain has done exactly what I thought to do, just kind of increase that lead quite incrementally, just slowly increase it over time. And again, if you're enjoying the stream, please leave a like so more people can see it. It should help grow the league, as well as subscribing so you can see all the other streams, as well as watching maybe a bit of G2R when the new season comes out, which is always a good watch. Got to do a bit of promoting while I'm here. I've got the audience for it, so I don't think any of you will blame me. But no, I think this fight might last until the next round of pit stops between these guys. Just because, again, the DRS is so powerful, it just keeps people who might be a bit slower in the fight. Look at the gap between first and second. It's growing and growing because of Tix just staying out there and pushing Alex wide. Power's kind of speed has just allowed him to slowly grow that gap from 1.2 to 2.2 in the span of like 4 laps. So I don't think there's any kind of massive battles going on at the moment. I think, yeah, it's just no. I think a few gaps more opening up against Go Worker, and we got that second gap that he's going to try and have to close soon. Found the lead. Yeah, they're just starting to grow a bit. They're all quite clumped together, so you kind of got little DRS trains forming throughout. Skywork had really pushed a bit to get close back to Banana and keep that DRS on him. Now Tam keeps it, so these guys have been quite lucky just to keep their DRS. But all this DRS should only lead to this one overtake, which is the one problem that DRS kind of gave. That's why people didn't really like it, because it was just an overtaking agent, which kind of stopped overtakes from happening if all the cars are close to each other compared to just one. Again, just can't seem to be close enough. Same with Robson, with what was happening with Power Twan and Alex. I think around the circuit, these drivers finding it quite manageable just to keep drivers at bay, even if they have DRS. But the Go Worker should push quite hard now because he's got a decent ERS gap. So as long as he can stay close enough through Maggotts and Beckett's, going on through to the hangar straight, should be fine to just push as much as he can. He's got 50% more ERS. And has he got him? He's going to go for it. No, he's not. He's just going to back out. But he's not. He's going to go try and get it into the... Has he got it done? Just about. However, he's going to have to defend the inside, which he manages to do. What an overtake. Really good job. Again, splitting apart TPSS. Because they did have, what, 10 Bernard and Alex, second, third and fourth. And now, second, fourth and sixth all split by IFRS. So, they're doing a really good job trying to take the points off of them and make sure no big leads are taken from this weekend. Ben Arnold's trying to even drop out in the 1 second. Oh, I do apologise. So yeah, that's really good news now for Sky Workers that Ben Arnold might have overcooked his tyres a slight bit. Again, these guys should be coming into pit any time now. 0.3. These guys all have 0 ERS. But if I was Sky Worker, just kind of start increasing that gap. Power Twan, but everyone's into the pits now. Not surprising. Ben Arnold pits again. Sky Worker just can have that extra lap because he's got that bit of time. And now it's in the lead. So I think they've all kind of got a nice gap they can all file into. And just our race leader come out with. Perfect, just ahead of Akasin and yeah, Akasin has kind of jumped a few antics to be fair, so that's really good news for Ben Arnold. I think actually he's just got there, so Powerton's still got a bit of work to do, he's lost about a second before we left on lap 12. But it's greater than a second, that's all he needs at the moment. You know, these guys are going to be fighting. Yeah, the DRS train's starting to get cut up. These guys might be either a double overtake even. He's going for it. What a move. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. And then they doesn't pit. Can't really, can he? He's got turn right behind him. He's just made the overtake, so it'd be stupid to go and pit now. At least, you know, enjoy the overtake, enjoy the lead that you've just taken. That's what I always think. So, "10-second penalty for Akasin for speeding in the pit lane." What a nightmare. What a nightmare. But I think he was pretty much going to be fine for the lower points anyway, so not much has been lost. Yeah, he's come out last, so, and if not, his teammate's going to be the one that comes out after him, so not too big a worry. Finish one of the last time, so is he going to extend any more? Guess it's time to pit now, really. You've got 9 laps after this to complete. No, 8. 9 or 8 laps. I think so. 9 laps to complete, so it's kind of the perfect time now to come pit. As he does. Great job in the kind of race strategy there. And Tem goes out for 11 laps. Maybe he just wants to be first. Don't blame him if he does. The Power Twan's not had a good stint, and Alex UK is going for him. We come at the perfect time now. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not. Ooh. Is he going to make a move? Ooh. They're close. He's got DRS. Just needs to hang alongside. He won't go into the left-hander, but these guys are both on regular. He's not going to make a move. Oh, no, he's just too far behind, unfortunately. But any corner there's an overtake possible, so just got to keep it tidy. Get as close as he can. We'll see what happens. Again, they've both got similar ERS levels, so I was like a bit of a gap going into Magnus and Beckett's just because I always think I brake quite a bit because I don't want to hit the guy in front of me. But Alex UK has got it. No battery. He's going to try and hang it around. There's a bit of contact, squeezes him round. Can he hang it around? He's sure there's another bit of contact. And he keeps his lead for another lap. Just about though. These guys are right on top of each other. He's going for the move. He's going for it. Is he going to get done? He's got it done. Are they going to come back? There's contact. There's contact. Doesn't have DRS. Power Twan does, using all his battery to get back ahead, uses DRS and gets the move. Oh, and he locks up! And he just managed to hang around. Good on the inside. And will just manage to get it straight out before Alex UK can get a chance at him. Got a fight for the lead and for the podium. This Sky Worker really going to Ben Arnold. Again, no battery. He's going to really gain right in this section. He's not going to go for it. He learned from last time. They're really pushing though. They're using all the battery they can. Oh, big! Oh no! Big slide for Alex UK, and he's lost his DRS. Just pushed a bit too hard. That is relief for Power Twan. Massive relief. Now the battle for third. Can he get it done? No, again, just keep getting closer. You don't want to overcook your tyres. Don't want to take too much out of them. You've still got, what, good 7 laps to go. Or 6.5, so... Actually, Kate is gaining quite a bit on Power Twan, but so we should see that will kind of re-emerge by next lap. Got a lot of ERS compared to Ben Arnold's Skyworker does, so can he get him? He's going to go for it. Is he going to go around the outside? He's hanging it in. No contact, all clean. He's got the position. What an overtake for the podium. You know, I got 3 different leagues in the top 3. Split very evenly across the top 6 as well. What an overtake. And I think we'll probably go back on to Alex UK. He's going back for another go. He's got DRS and he wants that lead. I do not play him at all. And they've got a bit of ERS to play with, so it's how much speed can you get through Mackets and Beckett's. How closely can Alex kind of follow Power Twan? Will he do a Max Verstappen and Nico Rosberg? We don't know, but we shall see. He's gaining. He's not going to go for it now. It's just a bit too far back, but it'll be close, and there's always an opportunity. Ben Arnold's over a second now away from Skyworker, so Skyworker's really cementing that lead at the top. Okay, so again, we'll leave another crack at it. Again, just again that slipstream. See what can happen. Only 4 more laps. Again, with a bit of a... It was alright at the start of the race, but it's really picking up now, and that's what you want to see. You want to see these guys fully go for it, fully push. It's important points though, so you really need to get these overtakes done. It's a big 5-point swing, so use. Yeah, I just can't get that final few meters ahead, which is really paining Alex as the lap's slipping by and he's not getting any closer. Again, they're all recharging through this section to then just ramp that ERS back up. Again, getting closer and closer, but I think we're going to see very similar laps kind of pan out at the moment.